What's up, everybody? It's Chad, UFC Dad here, breaking down UFC 320. Gonna give you 10 fights, put money in your pocket. So if you haven't been with me before, I just pretty much go through all the fights and pick 10 fights that I like on the card, and I give you guys a winner. So I'm just giving you a quick breakdown here. With the first fight, we're gonna go Veronica Hardy. She is 9-5-1. She's really improved. She's 3-1 in her last four. Lost her last fight though, so kind of needs to get back on track here against Brogan Walker, plus 400. 0-2 in the UFC. She's a submission fighter, more or less. Kind of needs a win here to stay relevant and stay in the UFC. Should be an easy win. Dan Hardy's going to be in the corner for Veronica, of course. I've seen her out in Las Vegas already training, so this is a few months ago. So she's ready to go. I think Hardy's going to make it look easy here. So Veronica Hardy with the first pick of the night. All right, moving on to the next one. Puna Soriano is 11-4. He's a minus 220 favorite for this card. Ever since moving down to 170, he is 2-0. The KO power is traveling down with him. Now Nikita Vertikov is 13-6. He's 1-2 in the UFC. He's a wrestler. Won his last fight. He's been knocked out before, and I think Puna's going to catch that chin. He's going to catch him early, I think, and he's going to put him down. So my pick here is Puna Soriano in this one. All right, moving on to the next one. Patchy Mix, minus 250. He's 20-2, but 0-1 in the UFC. Wrestle heavy guy. Kind of needs a win here to stay relevant. Going against the Polish newcomer from KSW, Wiklaski. Wiklaski is 16-3-2. Very submission heavy. 6-0 in his last six. Making his debut here, like I said. Should be a pretty competitive fight. Expect a lot of groundwork on this one, but Mix should get it done here. UFC jitter should be gone for the most part, so my pick is Mix. All right, moving on to the next one. We got Chris Gutierrez plus 300 versus Basharat. Basharat's undefeated, 13-0, wrestle heavy guy. Likes to use his size advantage a lot, but he's not really going to have that here. Gutierrez, very veteran level guy in the UFC, has plenty of experience. Very good at leg kicks. He's 2-0 in his last few, so keep that ball rolling here. Oh, this is a tough one because I'm not a big Basharat fan, but Gutierrez is hard to pick because he's so inconsistent. Oof. It hurts, but I'm going Basharat in this one. I think he gets it done with his wrestling. All right, moving on. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. Shabazian is a minus 275 in this fight. He is 2-0 in his last couple. Still very young, 27 years old. He does struggle with grapplers, and that's just what he's getting in this fight. Munoz plus 215. He is 1-3 in his last four. Getting older, he's about 35. Submission heavy guy. So Shabazian on paper should roll right through him. But if this fight somehow gets to the ground, Shabazian gasses out like he's done in the past. Not good, but I don't think it's going to go that way. I think Edmund Shabazian should do his thing here. I'm not predicting the knockout, but a decision win for him. So we're going to go Edmund Shabazian. All right, moving on to Be Like Joe Pyfer versus Abus Magomedov. Magomedov, the German, is a plus 180. He is 3-0 after going through a little bit of a losing streak in the UFC. He is a little bit older at 35 years old. Pyfer is 2-0 in his last couple. Very powerful guy. He's a bit of a headhunter. I don't know if that's going to pay off in here. Magomedov is good on the ground too. We see with the Jack Hermanson fight that Pyfer can't be controlled there. So another tough one. And these next few fights are going to be pretty tough to pick, but I'm going to go Joe Pyfer with this one. I think the power, the experience, the youth, just get him patched up in some of those deficiencies that he has. So I think we're going to go Pyfer with this one. All right. Josh Emmett, one of the scariest punchers at 145. He is going against Zalal. Zalal is making his second UFC run. He's doing a very good job of it. He is 4-0 in that run. Very elusive guy, very tough. Got decision by the champion to PEREIRA, so that says kind of a lot, about the kid. He's a minus 390 favorite, which is kind of mind blowing to me. I get Emmett's older; he's 40 years old, but he's fought the tougher competition, and that power is just not going to go anywhere, even at his old age. So if he catches his kid on the jaw, I mean, good night. So my pick here is the underdog, the plus 290 at the time of this video, Josh Emmett. All right, moving on to the next one, Jiri Prohaska versus Roundtree Jr. Junior's a plus 150 here, 14-6, 4-1 in his last 5. You guys know about his KO power, but I feel like he needs a win here to stay relevant in that top 5. Jiri just can't seem to be knocked out of that top 5 area. Once he gets knocked down, he seems to climb his way back up, his white ass back up. He's 2-3 in his last 5, a striker, die by the sword type of fighter, so he is going to get knocked out, but he is going to knock some heads too. I think this one comes down to who made it look easier in the Jamal Hill fight, and I think that was Roundtree. So if you're going Roundtree, that's smart, but I'm going Jiri here. I think his striking is going to be a little more, going to be a little bit different than Hill, because Roundtree was able to just kind of move around him and dance around him. He's not going to have that same sort of movement here, because Jiri's very elusive as well, and he's going to try to counter him as well. So Roundtree's going to have to come forward at some point. So I think it's going to be a very, very fun fight. So don't miss this one. Jiri Prohaska, I got him for the win, though. All right, moving on to the next one. Merab, the champ. Davalishvili, the cardio king, the big-time wrestler. But is his ego going to get in the way in this fight? He said he's going to strike with Sandhagen. Sandhagen's probably the best striker at 135. This is his first chance at the gold. See what his game plan is. I think it's going to play out very similar to the Magomedov fight. He's going to be able to sprawl a lot in the first couple rounds, but eventually, by that third, fourth round, Davalishvili is going to be able to take him down, unless he catches his chin. We've seen that in a few fights back with I can't think of the kid's name. Oh, Marlon. I can't think of his name. Marlon something. Anyways, very tough kid. I love Davalishvili. He should be able to get it done. 5-round decision is what I'm predicting. So Merab in this one. All right, we made it. Main event. My guy, Poatan, baby. Needs this win big time. He's getting older. He's 38. You gotta know his style. Very tie heavy, KO power. The 5th round showed me that he can touch up ANKALAEV if he really needed to, and kind of ditches the plan that he had and kind of laying back. He really needs to go forward. ANKALAEV is a champ for a reason, though. Very patient, decision merch, but that plays in his favor a lot of times. Very good boxing, ground skills, decent enough. This one, again, it went back and forth, but I can't choose against my boy Alex Pereira. He's a plus 180 at the time of this video. I'm choosing him. I think if it's going to be a stand-up fight, you don't stand up with a guy twice, all right? You just don't. And I think ANKALAEV is that cocky, and I think he's going to want to stand up with him again and prove to him that he can do it. And I don't think that's going to be very good, and I don't think it's going to play out in his favor. So those are my 10 picks. I'm going to break it down real quick. We got Pereira, Davalishvili, Jiri, Prohaska. We got Emmett, Pfeiffer, Shabazian, Gutierrez. We got Mix, Soriano, and Walker. That's your 10 picks for you guys. Hope you have a good weekend. Enjoy the fights. Peace.